You can buy talent now in form of these extraordinarily engineered Talento pedals. Check them out right here, right now. Greetings Rommies and welcome to RomRom, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing and to a regular review of any sim racing product that could interest you. Welcome to the channel if you're new here, and thanks to all those who come here often, especially those who subscribe. My name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. ImSim, specially known for their fantastic and beautiful motion rigs which have sideways motion and a great setup with their butt kickers, best I have experienced, truth to be told, designed and published a complete set of pedals a while ago. After some heavy begging, we got sent a complete set of their Talento pedals for review. These LoadCell pedals are clearly a wonder of engineering, made by engineers and in some aspects made for engineers. I'll get to that later. The pedals are made of stainless steel and to me they look gorgeous, but I'm very much in the form follows function camp. Also, ImSim are not fooling around with regards to the components, using industrial level Contelect potentiometers. Contelect being a Swiss company producing high precision and durable products for what seems to be every industry on earth, from automotive to motorsports, medicine and many more. The controller sending all information via USB to your computer is made by Leo Bodnar, a well-known and respected company in sim racing. And you also know ImSim are not fooling around when you measure the weight of the components. The throttle and brake pedals alone weigh over 5 kilo, the bass 6, and the clutch alone almost 2 kilo. This is massive metal, built to outlast you and the cockroaches that will govern the earth once we're gone. If they are into sim racing, they'll be using your ImSim Talento pedals for sure. Another thing you directly notice are the preload springs, which push the pedals back into position and give a great feeling. You can adjust the preload to your preferences, but I'm getting ahead of myself again. There's just so many details to geek out about here. As was to be expected with LoadCell, the brake pedal uses elastomers which simulate different brake resistances. If you get the performance kit, you'll have the choice between 30 and 180 kilo of resistance. Keeping in mind real-life pilots normally deal with 80 kilo of pressure, and those are the elastomers the brake pedal comes equipped with, as well as a 60 kilo resistance elastomer. We think you will only need the performance kit if you want extra soft or extra hard resistance. To each his own and all that. The reason I said you may need to be an engineer is the affixing of the pedals to your system. These pedals can be used in many ways, directly to a 80-20 rig or on the pedal base of another kind of rig, for example my R-seat, inverted or non-inverted, any way you want. The way these pedals are designed and delivered, it's very easy to use them inverted, as you can affix them any way you want and just tell the ImSim software how you've set them up. Even if you are not like me, effectively collecting any tool you ever needed or you think you may need in future. What? I've needed them all at some point. Well, most of them. You don't need to bother with your tools here. ImSim delivers all the tools you will need to put the pedals together and to fine-tune them. 2 Allen keys, 1 wrench and a very special tool you'll need for changing the preload or the clutch bite, among other things. Yes! A new tool for me to geek over! Putting the pedals together is fiddly, and the instructions, which you have to go online to read, could have been clearer with a recommendation on which parts to put together first. Hint: first the pedals to the plate, then the plate to the base of your rig. I did it the other way around and ended up reversing that, having to do the work twice. Oh well, live and learn. One place where seemingly the engineering stopped is the software. Awkwardly added to the general ImSim software to the point where you could think you need an ImSim account, which you don't. It doesn't do much more than what in the end the calibration software in most sims do. And while you can change and save the pedal curves to fit your driving style, I've gotta say I'm at a loss about what to change where, and decided not to change anything. The software asking you if you're sure you want to stop it because the motion rig won't work anymore is another proof that it was not really thought out and just added to it awkwardly. I felt very quickly at home with these pedals, especially the brake. Once I had accustomed myself to it, allowed me to fine-tune my braking to a level I didn't expect from LoadCell Pedals. The interplay between the elastomer simulating brake pressure and the spring allows for a detailed feel that other load cells don't give you. And it doesn't take much to grow accustomed to the feel and the new way of driving these pedals bring with them. First of all, being able to change so many details, from the inclination of the pedals to the travel to, of course, the pressure needed to brake comfortably. You can really set up these pedals any way you want. It's fiddly for sure, but it's worth it. As I said, being able to refine so many things in these pedals results in getting the driving feeling honed to precisely your way of driving. That alone is worth a lot. The way these pedals allow you to be very precise in their use makes it a joy to drive. Things like trail braking into the corner are much easier to do with these. The only drawback I can think of is that I would have liked to have the pedals a tad more separated from each other. A couple of centimeters more in the pedal plate would have been great. But that is really nitpicking at a high level. While ImSim recommends 10 centimeters distance between the pedals when using a 3-pedal set, I would have preferred to have the pedals about 12 centimeters away from each other. Especially if you are a left foot braker like most of us are, it can get crowded between throttle and brake. Yes, what hurts here is the price. It's a completely fair price considering the high quality of the pedals and the used components, but it may be out of reach for you. Luckily, you don't have to buy the complete package, but can reduce it to exactly what you need, even only to the throttle and brake pedals, as ImSim delivers everything you need to fixate them to your rig. The other parts of the set are nice to haves, even if they're actually very nice to have. Are the Talentos better than the similarly priced Huizenveld Sprint pedals? In my very limited experience with the Huizenveld products, just testing them here and there in expos, I'd say yes. The Talentos gave me a better driving feeling, and the way they reacted to my input was, in my opinion, better. But bear in mind once again that my experience with Huizenveld LoadCell pedals is very limited. The Talentos are for sure better than Fanatec's Club Sport pedals, which we expect to be the most sold pedals in the sim racing market. Many of us won't need the components of the performance kit, as great and well thought out as they are. The clutch pedal is the least used of them all, especially if you don't drive classic or historic cars. The base plate may very well be something you don't need if you have an 80/20 rig. If you're not interested or can't afford hydraulic pedals, let alone the prohibitively priced SimuCube pedals, these are the best LoadCell pedals we've ever tested. And while they are in no way cheap, they are very much worth their price, especially both throttle and brake. But if you can afford it, the rest of the set is of the same high quality as those and definitely worth buying. They may very well be the last pedals you'll ever need to buy.